Hey, what's up guys? My name is Charlie. Today we're going to be reacting to some more Monster Madness, and it's going to be Monster Madness 2007 recap. Jesus, 2007, the year is 2020. When you say the year 2020, comparing it to 2007, you really feel old. I mean, Jesus Christ. Monster Madness 2007 recap, watching it in the year 2020. Jesus, I feel like I'm in a space age where everything should be floating and levitating. Let's check out the video, shall we? Let's go.
Welcome back and happy Halloween. It's Cinemassacre's Monster Madness.
Oh god, Jesus. It's kind of catchy, this song.
As the madness comes to an end, I just want to let you know that it was a lot of work to put all this together, so I'm going to try to make this day easy.
Okay.
What I'm going to do is recap on the state of horror movies in the new millennium.
Okay.
Well, in 1999, a movie came out called The Sixth Sense. I'm
Yeah,
sure you heard of it.
Bruce
It was
Willis was in
largely
it. It's great.
successful due to a twist ending, but it's also one of the most successful films ever made and one of the few horror movies to get all kinds of awards.
Hmm.
Then in 2000, The Exorcist was re-released in theaters with restored scenes. It
Ooh,
proved in this
creepy.
day and age
Spider
that it's
walk.
still one of the most terrifying movies ever made.
Yeah, it's pretty
In
creepy.
2002, we saw 28 Days
Ah, this
Later,
is a
a
great
movie that made
movie.
zombies scary all over
Yeah.
again. It even brought back the genre. There's been a remake of Dawn of the Dead, a brilliant spoof,
Yeah,
Shaun of the
Shaun of
Dead,
the Dead
and
is
George
great.
Romero, the man who started it all, comes back with Land of the Dead.
Yeah, it
And
was the
speaking
right
of the
movie.
classics, it seems at this point
House of
almost every
Wax.
classic
Seen
horror
that.
movie has been remade. The turn of the century has
Hills
been
Have Eyes.
polluted with remakes. Remakes of movies that aren't even
That's
that
pretty
old.
good, yeah,
Remakes of
Amityville Horror.
movies
The
that have
Fly.
already been remade. Remakes of sequels. Remakes of really famous movies. Remakes of less famous ones. And
13 Ghosts was
prequels.
pretty good. I
It's
enjoyed
no
that.
doubt that originality has been down the shitter. But if you look in the right spots, there's still some refreshing and scary movies out there.
Hmm.
The Japanese horror movies like Ringu and Ju-on, they've been remade in America as The Ring and The Grudge.
You know, it's pretty
Still
cool.
pretty
Pretty
freaky
scary.
stuff.
Hmm.
Cabin Fever was returned to the camp format, but instead of a killer, it's a disease. Despite being a pretty suspenseful and balls-to-the-wall horror flick, this movie is universally hated because of one small scene involving a kid screaming pancakes. Devil's Rejects was one of my favorites in recent years.
I thought this
Definitely a
movie
real
was
sick,
good.
demented movie, but one with great characters.
Hmm.
Rob Zombie's been making a name for
The
himself
Devil's
in the horror
Rejects.
business. Some may be hit or
A lot of
miss,
people
but
hate this
he's one
movie.
to watch.
I enjoyed it.
Slither was another pretty good one. It was like a modern day 50s monster movie, but
It
done
was
really
it was
well and with a
cool and
lot of
gruesome.
gross special effects, which
Yeah.
were awesome. Horror movies would continue
Saw.
to grow more
Oh
and more
Jesus
violent.
Christ!
With series like the Saw and the Hostel movies, there's almost a new
I didn't like the
torture
Hostel
genre. The
movies.
first two Saw movies I thought
It
were
was
actually
too
pretty good,
disgusting.
but by now I think we should all be desensitized by this shit. But, you know, people like to be scared or disgusted because nothing compares to the horrors of real life. You turn on the news every day, that's the real horror movie right there. So it's all about escaping the real world. It's
Yeah.
fantasy. Today, the horror genre is more popular than ever. New horror films come out in theaters like every other weekend, and tons are released straight to DVD. Independent filmmakers are making them, everybody's making them, and they usually make above average profits for below average budgets. So I know I left a lot of movies out of my little recap here and out of my whole history as well. It was hard to pick which ones to review, so I usually stuck to the real famous ones, but there's a ton of others I could have done. So maybe sometime in the future I can review some more.
Sometime
But
in
it
the
was a lot of
future,
work, and to tell you
2020.
the truth, I'm glad to be done. So I hope you enjoyed this. I did it just because it was something I wanted to do, and I'm a really big fan of horror movies, and I just wanted to share my knowledge of it. So have a great Halloween. And signing out, this is Cinemassacre's Monster Madness. I'll see you later.
All right. Okay. Yeah, that was totally awesome. I enjoyed that. Um, The Sixth Sense. What was that? The Shyamalan, whatever his name is. I can't remember his name. Shyamalan. I call him Lord Shyamalan. He's our Lord and Savior of good and bad movies. But yeah, he's pretty good at those weird, bizarre sort of movies. I mean, The Sixth Sense and Signs. I mean, those movies were pretty badass. They was totally cool. But yeah, his selection was alright. I mean, some were pretty good, some were alright. I mean, The Devil's Rejects, a lot of people don't like that, which I found kind of strange. Not everyone's gonna like the same thing, but I thought it was a pretty good movie. I thought that was a pretty good. I mean, Tutti fucking fruity. You know, for those who know what I'm talking about. I mean, it's Tutti fucking fruity, whatever he says. But I mean, it's a good movie. I enjoyed it anyway. Personally, I enjoyed the movie. So yeah, I've heard a lot of people that don't like The Devil Rejects and stuff like that, which I kind of find strange. Because like I said, I can't understand why people don't like it. I mean, what part do you don't like? Is it the whole movie? Is it just parts of it? Is it just boring, bland, doesn't get your attention? But when I watch it, I feel like, oh damn, this is pretty good. It's pretty awesome and gruesome. I mean, it's grim. It's sort of like a grimmy sort of hillbilly sort of style madness sort of thing. I don't know. I kind of like the style, and yeah, I just like it. But yeah, if you like this video, make sure to give a like, comment down below, make sure to subscribe to my channel if you enjoy my content. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.